Israeli Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu has come out with a full U-turn on his plans to annex Gaza. Netanyahu now says that Israel has no plans to annex Gaza. Netanyahu said that his government wants Gaza to be taken over by a governing body, blaming Hamas for humanitarian crisis in the region. Netanyahu said the primary objective of the Israeli government is to build a defense around Gaza. The statement is being seen as an attempt to diffuse apparent tensions between Netanyahu and the IDF over plans to fully occupy the region. Even as humanitarian catastrophe in the region is at its peak, the Israeli Defense Forces have issued forced displacement orders in the war-ravaged region. This comes even as reports said that Israel's security cabinet was expected to sign off on plans for an expanded operation. While 50 hostages still remain in captivity, anger and frustration has been fueling across the country, particularly against Netanyahu for failing to reach an agreement with Hamas. A protest march was carried out by family members of hostages in Gaza around military headquarters in Tel Aviv over the government's plans to occupy the Gaza Strip.
Netanyahu, put aside your political considerations. Put aside your personal interests. Move forward with a deal and an end to the war. We don't care about your trial. We don't care about your coalition partners. We want an end to this war and a comprehensive agreement to bring all the hostages home. All of them, the living and the dead.
Here tonight, the people of Israel are asking, just like we've been asking for 670 days, for the hostages to be released from the hands of the terror organization Hamas.
The order to carry out evacuations came even as Trump stated that any decision over expanded Israeli control in Gaza was up to Israel.
As you know, $60 million was given by the United States fairly recently to supply food and a lot of food, frankly, for the people of Gaza that are obviously not doing too well with the food. And I know Israel's going to help us with that in terms of distribution and also money. We also have the Arab states are going to help us with that in terms of the money and possibly distribution. So that's what I'm focused on. As far as the rest of it, I really can't say. That's going to be pretty much up to Israel. Yeah.
For more details, our assistant editor for Foreign Affairs, Sidon Sybil, has sent us this report. Take a listen.
Significant remarks by the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. He has said that his government has no plans to annex Gaza and take over Gaza, occupy Gaza. This clearly dismisses Israeli reports that the plans are to occupy Gaza, and of course there are differences between IDF and the Israeli Prime Minister. But clearly his focus was the security issue that Israel faces, the security challenges that Israel faces, and the need to return the hostages. Largely, he said that when it comes to the international isolation, this is momentary, and the focus for the Israeli government, for he as a prime minister, is to create a defense parameter around Gaza Strip and hand over the government to a governing council in the Strip. We have seen globally that the big issue that is being talked about is the humanitarian crisis in Gaza, and Western countries like France and UK have said that they plan to recognize Palestine. But here in Israel, the big focus remains on the release of the hostages, and that is something he also spoke about. With video journalist Neeraj Patel, Sidhan Sibal for WION in Jerusalem.